Hello everyone, my name is Priyanka. Welcome to my maths classes. I'm teaching full syllabus of class 8 math and we are on second chapter linear equations in one variable. And today we are going to discuss the problems on the cars and trains. So let's start today's class. Our topic is problems on cars and train. So to solve this type of questions, we use the distance formula. Distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. You have already studied this formula in science, that distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. So to solve all type of questions on the cars and trains, we use this formula. And there is one very important term to solve the questions of train is length of the train. So let us suppose there is one train which is 300 meter long and this train has to cross the tunnel which is 900 meter long. Then the total distance traveled by the train would be equal to C. The train enters into the tunnel from the point A. This is the starting point of train A and this is the end point of train B. So this train enters into the tunnel from point A. And then when the train leaves the tunnel, it leaves the tunnel from point B. So when the train enters into the tunnel and then it travels through the tunnel, it crosses the tunnel in some time. And when it leaves the tunnel, it leaves from the point B. So it has traveled the distance of the tunnel as well as the distance is equal to its own length because it has entered from point A but it has left from the point B. So the total distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the tunnel which is 900 plus its own length which is 300 meter. So when the train crosses any tunnel or any bridge, so length of the train has to be added into the distance traveled by the train. So this is very important term which we use to solve the questions of the train, that we have to add the length of the train into the distance traveled by the train. So the distance traveled by the train, total distance is 1200 meter. So this is very important fact. So now let's solve the questions on the topic. And our first question is, the distance between two towns is 300 kilometer and two cars start simultaneously from these towns and move towards each other. The speed of one car is more than the other by 7 kilometer per hour. If the distance between the cars after 2 hours is 34 kilometer, find the speed of the cars. So in this question, we have given that there are two towns and the distance between two towns is 300 kilometer. And these two cars start simultaneously and move toward each other. And we have to find the speed of the cars. And we have only given that the speed of one car is more than the other by 7 kilometer per hour. So what we will do, we will let the speed of first car as x. We will suppose that the speed of first car is x kilometer per hour. Then the speed of second car becomes, it is given to us that the speed of one car is more than other by 7 kilometer per hour. So if the speed of first car is x, then the speed of second car becomes x plus 7. So if we assume the speed of first car as x, then the speed of second car becomes x plus 7. So now we have given that distance between cars after 2 hours is 34 kilometer. That means the cars have traveled for 2 hours, each car. So it is given that distance between two cars is 34 after 2 hours. Means first car has moved for 2 hours and second car has also moved for 2 hours. And distance covered by the cars would be equal to, distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. So we know that. Then if we have to find out the distance traveled by first car, how we will find out? So distance traveled by the first car is equal to speed of first car multiplied by the time. So speed of first car is x and the time is 2 hours. It is given to us. So distance traveled by first car is x multiplied by 2. And the distance traveled by second car is speed of second car, which is x plus 7 and the time is 2 again. So the distance traveled by second car becomes 2x plus 14. 2 into x is 2x plus 7 into 2, 14. So 2x plus 14 is the distance traveled by the second car. Now, we have given that the two towns are 300 kilometers apart. The distance between two towns is 300 kilometers. So first car has moved the distance 2x. First car has moved the distance 2x and second car has moved the distance 2x plus 14. And it is given that distance between the cars is 34 kilometers after 2 hours. So this distance is 34 kilometers. So we have given this that when the cars have moved for 2 hours and the distance between two cars is 34 and this total distance is 300. So now we can make our equation. How we are going to form the equation? Distance traveled by first car, which is 2x, and distance traveled by second car, which is 2x plus 14, and this distance between two cars is 34 and all these distances are equal to 300, which is given to us. So this is equal to 300. So from this equation we can find out the value of x. So how we are going to solve this equation? 2x plus 2x is 4x plus 14 plus 34 is 48 is equal to 300. So now we can shift this 48 to the another side of the equation and it becomes minus 48. When we take 48 on the another side, it becomes minus 48. Now 300 minus 48 is equal to 252. And now value of x comes out to be equal to 252 divided by 4. And 254 divided by 4 is equal to 63. So the speed of first car comes out to be equal to 63. Then the speed of second car is, if the speed of first car is 63, then the speed of second car is 63 plus 7, which means is equal to 70. So these are the speeds of car 1 and car 2. The next question is, a train is running at speed of 72 km per hour and crosses a bridge of length 600 meter in 40 seconds. What is the length of the train? So in this question we have to find the length of the train and we have given the speed of the train and the length of the bridge. So we will take the length of train as x. So we will suppose that length of train as x and the length of bridge is given to us is 600 meter. Now the total distance traveled by the train would be the length of the train plus the length of the bridge. So the total distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the bridge is 600 and plus the length of train is x. So this is the total distance traveled by the train. 600 plus x. Now distance is equal to speed multiplied by time and the distance is 600 plus x and the speed is given to us is 72 kilometer per hour. But speed is given in kilometer per hour form and the length of bridge is given in meters and time is given in seconds. So first of all we have to convert the speed into meter per seconds. So the unit should be in same form always. So since the speed is given in kilometer per hours, we have to convert it into meters per second. So how can we convert the speed into meter per second? How can we convert kilometer per hour into meter per second? So we know that there are 1000 meters in 1 kilometer. So we will multiply kilometer with 1000. So this becomes meter and divided by 1 hour. And there are 3600 seconds in 1 hour. Because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour and there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So 60 into 60 is 3600. 3600 seconds in 1 hour. So when we cancel these terms, this becomes 36 2s are 72. So the speed becomes 20 meter per second. So since the speed is given in the form kilometer per hour, so first we have to convert it into meter per second form. So speed of train now comes out to be 20 meter per second. So this is the speed of train 20 and time taken is given to us is 40 seconds. So this is our equation and from this equation we can find out the value of x. So 600 plus x is equal to 20 into 40 is 800. So the value of x comes out to be 800 minus 600, which means 200 meter. So the length of the train is 200 meter. And the next question is, two trains start at same time from Pune and Delhi and proceed toward each other at 80 km per hour and 95 km per hour respectively. When they meet, it is found that one has traveled 180 km more than other. Find the distance between Delhi and Pune. So we have given that there are two trains which are proceeding toward each other from Delhi and Pune. And one is traveling at speed of 80 km per hour and other is traveling at speed of 95 km per hour. And we have to find this total distance between Delhi and Pune. So how we are going to solve this question? So in this question, it is given that when they meet at some point, let us suppose they meet at this point M. So when they meet at some point, the one train has traveled 180 km more than the other. So first of all, we have to find out the distance traveled by each train. Distance traveled by first train and distance traveled by second train. And distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. And we have given the speeds of the train. So we will assume the time is equal to t. So let us suppose that time taken by the train to reach at point M is equal to t. Now, the distance traveled by the first train would be equal to speed of the first train, which is 80 and multiply by t. And that is equal to 80 t. So this is the distance traveled by first train, 80 t. And the distance traveled by the second train would be equal to the speed of second train is 95 multiplied by t. So this is equal to 95 t. So this is the distance traveled by the second train, 95 t. Now we have given that one train has traveled 180 km more than the other. That means the distance traveled by these two trains, the difference between the distances traveled by trains is equal to 180. This is given to us. So we will subtract distance d1 from d2. So what do we get? 95t minus 80t is equal to 180. And this comes out to be 95 minus 80 is 15t is equal to 180. And the value of t comes out to be 180 divided by 15, which is equal to 12. So the value of time is 12. So both trains have traveled for time 12 hours. So we have to find the total distance between Delhi and Pune. So the total distance is the distance traveled by first train plus the distance traveled by the second train. So first train has traveled distance 80t. So now we have found the value of t, which is equal to 12. So first train has traveled 960 kilometers and the distance traveled by the second train is equal to The speed of second train is 95 and time is 12. So 95 multiplied by 12 is equal to 1140 kilometer. So 960 is the distance traveled by the first train and 1140 kilometer is the distance traveled by the second train. So the distance between Delhi and Pune is the total distance traveled by the both trains. So total distance is equal to the sum of distances traveled by each train. So this comes out to be equal to 960 plus 1140 and is equal to 2100. So this is the total distance between Delhi and Pune, which is 2100 kilometers. So these are the problems on the trains and cars for class 8. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment box. In the next class, we are going to solve the problems on the numbers. So if you want to learn with me, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next class.